Yo, I'm about to be a dad. Wow, this is crazy. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Dre Savage, aka LowKey is Savage. I just want to talk to you guys. There's a lot of changes happening in my life. A lot of change that was unexpected. All good stuff, I can't complain. It's just like a new chapter in my life that I wasn't quite prepared for, but at the same time, can you ever really be prepared for a new chapter? If you guys have been following me on TikTok, that's where I made the announcement. It was about probably like 2 months ago, so this is not like brand new news or anything, but it's the fact that for me, the date is approaching, so it's getting more real now. But if you didn't see on TikTok, I made the announcement that I am having my first child. I didn't give much context or anything like that. I got so much positive feedback, so much comments, wishing me well and giving me all types of advice, which I really appreciate that. That's the big update, guys. I am going to be a dad. I did get married recently, right before that. And so it's all been great. Being married has honestly been the best experience of my life. I spent a lot of time growing up just being to myself. I just always prefer my alone time. But I must say, like, having a significant other, having a partner, having somebody that supports you, believes you by your side, it's an amazing thing, So now it's like not just me and her anymore. Now it's gonna be three of us. So that's kind of just hard to wrap my brain around that, I'm going to be responsible for a whole person. I'm responsible for that kid's livelihood. I'm feeling a lot of different things right now. Obviously, I'm excited. I feel blessed. It is a baby girl, by the way. We have a name chosen, and it's due in the first week of March. Right now we're in January 2023, and so like I said, it's right around the corner. I'm just trying to like take it all in and just make sense of it. And so why I wanted to make this video really is just to share some things that I hear about being a parent, but also just being an introvert. Will I be able to do the same things being an introverted dad, or how will I raise my children as an introverted dad? These are the things that come to mind, which I don't really have the answers to. I think one of the things I'm most excited about is everything that I do now. All of the work that I do is now for a bigger purpose. Like, I was already working towards taking care of my loved ones and family, but like this hits really deep. Everything I do is to build a better and brighter future for my child. One thing I'll say that I'm definitely nervous about is just I really value that peace and quiet that I have. I've had that for so long. And so I hear all of these things, and this is why I felt the need to make this video. A lot of times people will try to project their experiences onto you, and you really have to block all that noise out, because everyone's experience is different. A lot of times when we say that we're going to be parents for the first time, a lot of people are like, oh, your life is over. You're not going to get no sleep, or the baby's going to be crying all night. And I just want to say to all of you parents out there that say that to people, like, just don't do that. This may be the reality for a lot of people. I think that people handle situations differently. So while some things may stress certain people out, like not getting as much sleep, like I know for myself, I'm used to not having much sleep. So I'm not really too worried about that. Again, and this is why you can't project your experience onto other people. Like, as a baby, I was probably the most calmest, chillest child. This is at least what everyone told me, my parents and other family members. Like, I rarely cried. I didn't play with toys. I didn't really play with other kids. My folks would always try to get me to go mingle with this kid and that kid. It's not something I've ever wanted to do. Like, even to this day, I spend a lot of my day inside of my head, and I'm perfectly happy and fine with that. But it bothers people, when you're that way, obviously. So right now I'm just focused on being the best parent that I can be. I still have a lot to learn. I'm gonna just adjust like I always do. I've always had a lot of challenges thrown in my direction, and I've always just adjusted and made the best out of the situation. I know it's also going to make me stronger. It's going to make me just appreciate things a lot more. The biggest piece of advice that I've gotten from people is whatever you plan to do that day, always prepare like an hour or two in advance, because it's going to take time to get the child ready if you're going somewhere and things like that. So that's probably the only piece of advice I felt that has been valuable to me. But a lot of the advice that I've heard is just like negative stuff, and I don't feel like this experience of having a child is a negative thing. Honestly, I've had a lot of different experiences in my life, and this is probably like when you go to the doctors and you see the ultrasound and you see your baby like alive and breathing, man, it's like, it truly is like the best feeling that I've ever had in the world. So it's a positive experience to me, and I know there will be some challenges that come with it, but I think those challenges are going to help me to grow as a person. I feel like being an introverted dad or parent in general is actually an advantage when it comes to taking care of children, because I hear so many extroverts that I know, and like when they have kids, they're like, oh, we don't get to go out anymore. They seem so down about it. And for introverts, we don't usually go out like that every weekend and things like that. So being at home is like, there's nothing new. It's just an adjustment, just having an extra person there. I have no control over whether my child is going to be introverted or extroverted or where they fit on the spectrum. If my child is an introvert, which I hope they are, to be honest, because I just feel like it's a lot easier. If my child is an introvert, that's a great thing. I'll be able to make my child's life much easier, because like I know the game of being an introvert. I know that introverts are at a disadvantage in society in terms of the systems that we have built, but because I know the game now, I know how to position my child in a way to where they'll be winning from an early age as an introvert. I'll teach them how to lean into their strengths as an introvert. If you guys do have advice, for me being a dad for the first time, feel free to share it in the comments below. Like I said, I don't really want to hear the negatives. That's just not how I really think, or operate. I'm always open to learning. But what I won't do is take this experience and say like my life is over, because that's not the case. I feel like my life is just beginning. And this is just my first child. I definitely do plan on having more. Like I said, this was unexpected, but life is unexpected. It is like the right time, I guess, in my life, because I'm getting older now, and most of my peers in my age have had children, or they're having children around the same time as me. I thought I would have more of my life together than I do at this moment, but I am in a good place, and I know every day that passes by I'm going to keep getting better, but now I'm like fully committed, to this YouTube and my business that I started. Your support really means a lot. Please head on over to LowKeyTV.com. If you guys didn't know, I launched the first ever TV network for introverts, and it's been great, but I could definitely use as much support as possible from all the introverts out there. I'm doing something that's never been done before. Other than that, that's really all I have for today, guys. My social media handles are right here if you want to go follow me on TikTok, on Instagram. I don't think I'm gonna have my baby that much on camera, but at the same time, I'll keep you guys updated with what happens when my wife does have the baby and what it's like, those first few weeks or few months. I'll definitely make sure to vlog those moments. This is actually my first vlog ever on this channel. You guys are used to seeing my skits and stuff like that, but if you guys want me to do more videos like this, I definitely can. I don't see myself doing this like routinely, but I do enjoy, at times sitting down and talking to you guys, just sharing with you what's going on and getting to know you guys better. So I can definitely do these more. Just let me know in the comments. But for now, thank you guys. Talk to you soon.